up? You fools! Matt is United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Once again, it is all about Sweden, Melodifestivalen, and kind of Eurovision. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk Eurovision. So, as said, Sweden's Melodifestivalen journey of the 2021 year is continuing, and we are now at stage 2. Is that 2? It's technically stage 1, because this is semi-final 2. The 7 snippets, 1-minute snippets for this semi have been released, and I listened to them, and I will share with you my personal top 7 in just a moment. And this is subject to change. Those who don't know, we only get a 1-minute snip the first day, and no live performance, certainly not the whole song, so I need to see the whole package to get a better idea, a full picture of it. It makes sense, but my first impression, this is usually, what I do here when it comes to Sweden, and here we go. So I will share with you my top 7 from least favorite to favorite. Keep in mind, this particular semi to me was alright. I thought the first semi was a lot more enjoyable, and because most of these songs that are in the running are kind of like, okay, they're good, but I have not got the whole, this is the winner feel from any of them. So they're kind of like, almost like equal. So made ranking very, very, very difficult for me. My 7th place could have been easily my 3rd place, that kind of thing. But let's go through this here real fast. Here's my top 7. My 7th place, therefore, my last place goes to, sadly, to Frida Green and The Silence. Perfectly fine song, but it is on the cliche side, and it never captivates me and my attention at all. It's a little bit on the forgettable side, though it has a good singer. It's not a bad arrangement and a bad composition, but all the other songs at least had somewhat more of an impact on me, memorable moments, a proper hook, and that is what I was missing with Frida's song. Therefore, by default almost, finishes in my personal bottom spot. But at least, hey, look at it on the bright side, she has the most room for improvement. So win me over with the performance. Maybe you'll climb up. Maybe. But right now, it is my 7th place. In 6th place, I'm putting Eva Rydberg and Ewa Roos, Rama, Rama, Ding Dong. I saw the song title, I was like, okay, this is going to be a silly song. And I was kind of sure about that anyway, because I looked at the singer's history and their track record, and there are comedians, basically. So this is what I was expecting, and this is kind of what we got here. Now, to me, I don't quite speak Swedish, and by quite, I mean not at all. So therefore, the humor in the song gets a little lost just by listening to the lyrics. Staging probably will be kind of cute and all, but let's be real here. This song was not aimed at winning Melodifestivalen or even making it to the final. I think it's really just a great promotional tool for the two singers, and I'm glad it's in the running, even though it probably will not work for me because it's a little bit too silly. Rama Lama Ding Dong, from what the melody was kind of okay. It's probably an enjoyable moment, but from a musical perspective, I'm just not into it. In my 5th place, unfortunately, I must say, is Anton Ewald, New Religion. I'm sure a lot of people have it really high up in their personal rankings. I cannot justify a higher ranking than this. Anton Ewald songs to me back in 2013? Was it that long ago? Before, they were just not my cup of tea, and I don't know if he has evolved as a singer. It seems as he's trying to do a rinse and repeat from when he last took part, and it's not working for me. Once again, wrong audience. I just don't gravitate towards that kind of music, but I'm going to give you the silver lining here. This is the music that usually does really, really, really well in Melodifestivalen, so I expect this one to go through. You just won't see me jump out of joy if this one makes it directly to the finals, because it's just not my kind of music, and I wouldn't see that one going really far at Eurovision should that win. So I'm not wowed by it. I don't hate it, because I don't like hating anyway, but I like some of the other songs, as you can see, better. So those other songs, if it were up to me and it's based on the 1-minute snippets, would be eliminated. And that means we're moving on to my 4th place, which technically would be then a second chance Andra Chanson kind of situation. So let's find out. My 4th place goes to WAHL featuring SAMI, 90 Talet. And I think 90-tale probably means like something about the 90s, because that is exactly what this music kind of represents, which I'm almost like is a relief, because we had so much, or have so much 80s inspired retro music in all these national finals, that the 90s seem like, oh wow, yes, I want that. I find the chorus quite enjoyable. The melodic rap, as I always call it, it's okay. It's done here. It's not the best of its genre, I will say, but it was on for the 1 minute. I'm like, okay, I can see this being on for 3 minutes and me enjoying it quite a bit. And I think it potentially fills a void that makes it stand out. So it's not a bad effort from WAHL and SAMI, and I thought they're gonna send something that I completely disliked. That didn't happen. So 4th place for me, and therefore I'll give you a chance for a second chance. That's a weird way to phrase it, but you get what I'm saying. My 3rd place, Bronx Medal, also second chance round, Patrik Jean, Tears Run Dry. It's a good song. It's a solid pop song. Isn't he the one, I should have looked that up, who co-wrote the Mama song? I think that's him, right? Because the song reminds me a lot of the Mamas, at least the structure of the song. Some of it. The sound, of course, is quite different, and the arrangement, but I can see it. It just doesn't have the oomph that I wanted for this kind of song to really stand out. But again, compared to the rest of the pack, I kind of enjoyed it, and it was on. I can see this one being a little bit more polarizing. Clearly, it's not my number one here, so it won't be my number one at the end of the day in the grand final. But it's a kind of song. It's on. It's enjoyable, and I'm glad that it was there. And I think a second chance round is justified in my view. And in this field, my personal 3rd place. That leaves 2 songs in the running, and by giving you my 2nd place, you know who's going to win, but what am I going to do? How am I else going to do this? My 2nd place is Julia, Alfrida, and Rich. And I was kind of surprised by it, but I do like the mystical feel that the song kind of has, and I do enjoy her interesting interpretation of it. And yeah, melodically, it was probably the one that stood out to me quite a bit. And even though it was the 2nd song I listened to, it kind of stuck with me. And this has the potential of totally dropping in my ranking with a very boring and uninspiring staging, so I'm a little bit worried, and I get that this probably doesn't have quite as much mass appeal, so 2nd place to some maybe a little high. I get that, but I gotta go with my first gut instinct and what really worked for me, and Rich just worked for me, and therefore it is my 2nd place, and that means, based on the 1 minute snippet, I'm okay. Go to the finals, Julia, enjoy yourself, just don't mess up the staging and the performance. Right? Make or break. Don't disappoint me. That means my number 1 of the week, and therefore should also go directly to the finals, is Daughter. Daughter with Little Tot. I don't know how I'm doing this, but Little Tot, actually, I would say Daughter is my favorite. This particular semi. It's going back, if you watched last year's videos of mine, Daughter to me was right in between. It's a good song, solid song. I'm totally fine with it. I wasn't quite as wowed by it as a lot of the other fan community here. I was more of the Team Mama and technically more Anna Bergendahl. But the point is, I liked it. I just wasn't quite as crazy about it. This to me is actually a little bit more on the catchy side, fun, more upbeat, and a lot more approachable to my taste. Now, I'm still a little bit worried about Daughter. I haven't quite figured her out as an artist yet. I don't know if she's just a musical chameleon who likes to try different genres, or if she's more if the labels use her to send a song and she sings it rather than standing to her authentic sound that she feels comfortable with. So I'm a little bit confused about her craft at this point, but just judging the song on its own merit, it's enjoyable. I like it, and I think out of all the 7 songs in the running, this has definitely the best shot to win the whole thing and go to Eurovision. That at least is my honest, raw impression. There you have it, my personal top 7 of the 2nd semifinal, Melodifestivalen 2021. And yes, I still say I had a better first impression with the first semi, but on the bright side, there is a lot more room for surprise and improvement. Maybe the live performances will win me over even more. It's not a bad SAMI, but I clicked with the first one more, and that's just how the cookie crumbled. How do you feel? Do you agree with my ranking or not? It's okay if you don't, because that would be boring if we all agree on everything, right? Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts as well, and we'll go from there. I'll see you soon, and make sure to subscribe to our channel because I will be live with the next live stream at Mattitude in the very near future. So, talk to y'all later. Bye.